How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the All Elite Podcast right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always, of the All Elite Podcast, your self-proclaimed greatest host. My name is Kyle Masters, and I'm always joined by my co-host, she the EVP Giggles, the queen of the indies herself, and the heartbreak chick, and I'm going to say the queen of Halloween. That's Tiffany.
That's right. I'm all decked out.
I see that. The background is slowly
going. Like as we're getting closer and closer to Halloween. So
I can't sing it. I cannot sing it, or else I'm gonna be singing it all podcast.
Messed Kyle up last week during.
Yeah. How dare she? She started watching The Nightmare Before Christmas before we got on the podcast. I'm like, you can't do this to me right now. Can't do this to me.
Nightmare Before Christmas, though.
It's such a good movie, though.
It is.
It's a fantastic movie. One of the many few Halloween movies I watch around this time. There's a few. Like I have like my set of like Halloween movies that I watch, and like I don't watch any like chronological order. I just watch it, and I have to watch them every October, and that's Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously. I'm a big fan of the Halloween Town movies. Love all of them. Love those things. They're on Disney Plus, so that works out. And it's a toss-up between my favorite horror franchise of all time, the Scream movies, or I alternate that one with the Nightmare on Elm Street series, because those are my favorite. Because those two horror series were the ones that I used to rent at good old Blockbuster back in the day when Blockbuster was a thing.
You're like bringing me back.
Young kids going, whoo, what?
West Coast Video was like another one that no longer exists as well that I used to go to. But
did you guys have Jumbo Video? Did you guys have that? Was that a Canadian thing?
No. West Coast Video was like the main one that I used to go to besides Blockbuster. But Blockbuster was kind of a little pricey. I felt like West Coast was a little cheaper. And West Coast Video used to be able to rent like the Nintendos and Super Nintendos systems for like the weekend.
See, my Jumbo Video was infamous. Like in Canada, when you mention Jumbo Video, it's infamous with like two things. One, renting like top quality movies, and two, you'd leave the place with popcorn on the bottom of your shoe, because once you walk into the place, you get a bag of popcorn. You can just go rent movies while eating popcorn at the same time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like, when I watch Dynamite, somebody should give me some popcorn.
Some popcorn. Some popcorn.
Yes. So, but
yeah, guys, welcome to the All Elite Podcast. If you are new, welcome. This is where myself and Tiff talk about everything in that AEW world. We go over Dynamite, talk, jibber jabber about anything AEW, discussions, analysts. Tiff goes heel sometimes. I go heel sometimes. It's crazy. We just crazy discussions here.
Whatever strikes the mood.
Whatever strikes the mood.
Join us in the chat if you got things. I'm going to be pulling it.
Whatever strikes the mood. I've also and you can see on YouTube, if you're watching for the first time, it's a Halloween themed layout. We like to do fun things with our layouts as well. So obviously October being Halloween theme, I imagine December we're going to do Christmas all month of December. So watch out for Christmas themed layouts come December. So yeah, we like to keep it fun, fresh, cool, hip. Know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but yeah.
Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Know what I'm saying? They say can't even talk right now. Words. Those are words. I can talk. Anywho, Rehu. Yeah, and if you're a returning fan, welcome back. You guys know what we're about. Here talks AEW. Interesting episode this week. I think this episode of Dynamite was probably better than the anniversary show. And I know that's the same in a lot of minds, because I think the wrestling and the entertainment factor on this show, I'm like, why didn't they do this on the anniversary show?
Yeah, I felt the same way, because I know if you watch last week's episode, I wasn't happy at all. And like, you barely ever hear that from me. So I was very happy with last night's episode compared to the anniversary show.
So Brad asked in the chat, what about Thanksgiving? Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do like a Thanksgiving week theme. I don't know. Do we do it all month in November?
Because like Kyle already had his Thanksgiving in Canada, but don't forget about us, people from the States.
Oh yeah, I don't see I really don't see the reason why Thanksgivings are different in both countries. Like, why can't both countries come together, decide on one day, bam, that's our universal Thanksgiving day? I don't get it. I don't know why they a month apart.
Well,
some history buff's gonna come in and correct me. I just know it.
Well, if you're even listening to this later, let us know why if you know.
The question of the podcast: why is Thanksgiving separate from from Canada and U.S.? Why are they on 2 different days? Anyways, but yeah, I see our girl April joined the chat. I'm not even from New York. I just like saying that. Just saying, it's like really fun to say.
Eloisa has like a New York accent. If like he comes to New York, he said that he was gonna leave with a New York accent. So you got to come back when the borders are open. You come visit.
Yeah, when COVID's finally taken a vacation from the world, God, go away. Like shoo. Anywho, Rihu. Yeah. So yeah, Dynamite again. What they did this week, again, a lot better what they did in the anniversary show. I'm not saying the anniversary show was entirely bad. It's still a good show. I just feel like this show was more well executed. The matches flowed better. They were great matches. There's a lot of anticipation with the matches. We had a lot more entertainment, as you can see by the title of this freaking podcast today. Broadway comes to Dynamite. We'll get into that. It was just a jam-packed, great episode of Dynamite. Like from start to finish, I was happy with everything.
It was good. It was really good. I just want to I know we go sometimes all over the place, but let me just shout out KTB was on Dark and he had a match with Jungle Boy and I absolutely loved it. He killed it. KTB, if you guys are familiar in the indie scene, I love it. It's been long overdue. So they had a great match and I love the fact that Jungle Boy actually shouted him out on Twitter as well. So
that's pretty cool.
I had to bring that up. So.
I forgot to watch Dark this week. That was the one thing I meant to do, but
I had to watch that match because I'm a huge KTB fan. So I was like, I have to watch it. So especially when it's someone that I know and I see a lot in the indie scene, I have to go watch the match. So I'm so glad that it was against Jungle Boy. Like I said, it was just, if you haven't watched that match, go watch that match on Dark. It was really, really good.
Datila joining the chat as well. What's going on, Datila? If you guys are listening on the go, you guys want to be part of the chat, just hop in when we're live. Chat some AEW with us, but I meant to watch Dark this week. My new job's got me freaking all over the place, and speaking of that, you guys might see some changes with the podcast in the upcoming weeks when it does come. Probably won't be until later in November. Now that I got a little bit more of my schedule, but we might be still be some nights where we or some Thursdays, I guess I could say, that we might be in the morning. Yes. Might have to dial and set your alarm clocks if you're a live listener to watch us in the morning. And who knows, maybe Tiff and myself will incorporate a little bit of our That Coffee podcast into our episodes. So maybe we'll have like a K-Cup of the day.
Yes. It's been a while since we've done one of those.
It's been a while.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, keep an eye on that. Make sure you're following the Twitter account. That's where we update everything on. That's All Elite Pod. You'll see it right there on the screen. Or if you're listening on the go, go to Twitter, type in All Elite Pod. Make sure you're following the correct All Elite podcast. So, yeah, Dynamite. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I do want to talk about one thing though. And it was one of the matches, and it has to do with one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. It has to do with Kenny Omega. So his match was originally supposed to be with Joey Janela, and Janela may have came into contact with someone with COVID-19. So with precautions and how good Tony Khan does these kinds of things, he told him to stay home and get tested and to stay in quarantine. So obviously AEW always does the right thing when it's been coming to this pandemic. So
it's smart since he was at the Collective. So a lot of people at the Collective got COVID or in contact near it. So it is smart and it is best. So
and I appreciates that. Tony Khan appreciates you looking out for your talent.
Yeah. But I'm excited that Sonny Kiss got a shot. I hate that it was squash.
See, I'm gonna say this was last minute, and they didn't have enough time to book a match with each other. So they're just like, okay, since we have like zero time, we'll pump up the crowd, do some stuff. Let me just V trigger you hit a finisher, and then I'll help you up and give you props.
Crazy. April said she needs an application to be a broom girl. Like, that was really cute, though. I really do like. I put a tweet out. I was very excited. I was like, look at the cute girls with the brooms. Like, the cleaner is here.
Stop.
I really love it.
He's got to stop. He's teasing the hell out of me. Kenny, you know what? Where are you?
Our girl,
Kenny, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you teasing us with this gimmick? Why must you do this? Just come out and say it. Just come out and say it. Yes, just come out and say that you are the cleaner. Just tell us. Tell the camera. Tell it. Everybody, I am the cleaner. Best bout machine. Dun, 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 dun. Anywho. Yes, that was really, really sweet. I was over the top, hyped for that. I jumped out of my seat. I'm like, oh my God, are we going to finally get it? No, we get a little small tease. We got a little bit of Street Fighter mixed into that. That just gets me thinking that his Full Gear entrance is going to be amazing.
Of course it is.
Like,
it's Full Gear.
They're doing this on an episode of Dynamite.
I know.
What are we getting at Full Gear? What the hell?
Oh man, I'm like pumped for Full Gear. Like, see, Kyle, you were saying, oh, we only have a couple of weeks to build everything. I'm getting excited for Full Gear.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with at least keeping us hype with this. So yeah, that tournament, they had all 4 matches of the first round on Dynamite, which we were still wondering how this is going to play out. Next week, they're going to do the rest, and then they're going to have that last go-home show day to build their match at Full Gear, which obviously we know the outcome is going to be here. Maybe. I mean, every time there's been a tournament in AEW or some sort of style like this, we've always sat here on this podcast and we're like, okay, well, what if this happens and he screws him and this outcome happens? And every single time it doesn't. It's they do what we're expecting. So I'm just going to sit here and say that we're going to expect Hangman and Kenny in the finals. I'm not going to say, Kenny's going to screw Hangman or Hangman's going to screw Kenny, and it's going to be Wardlow and Pentagon in the finals.
It makes me think that, and I know we'll get into
not Pentagon, Phoenix. I got that wrong.
Oh my God. I mean, we'll get into that match, but I feel like what's going to wind up happening is, I know like we're not even near our predictions. And I know I've been telling you this for weeks that Hangman and Kenny's going to be the one, but I feel like Kenny's going to wind up taking the belt off of Moxley on a Dynamite episode.
See, I'm thinking ahead of time. So after November 7th, like we have like what special Dynamite could they do to have this match? I don't know if it's gonna be like a regular episode of Dynamite or have one of those, like how they've done like Bash at the Beach and they were supposed to do Blood and Guts. Like I think this is gonna be like a special episode of Dynamite, maybe like the anniversary, like the what's it called, New Year's episode of Dynamite that they always do.
Oh yeah.
Or they did last year. Always do. There's only been one.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be like kind of like that quick after that belt's gonna switch. Oh. I don't think it's gonna like wait much longer.
Unless they long build it. Unless they just keep they long build this thing, like all the way to Revolution, which is February. So basically, it's a 3-month build. So, no, you don't think so?
No, I'm starting to think otherwise now. I'm starting to think
I don't know, like a program with Kenny and Hangman for 3 months.
But tell me, like the views on the Dynamite episode will skyrocket for that match. It's a great way to get views. Right? It's a great way to get views is the Dynamite episode. So we'll see. But I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But let's talk a little bit about Dynamite again. So the whole Ray and Penta, since you brought it up, this was like pay-per-view worthy.
Like, oh man, that match was sweet.
Right? Like this match has happened numerous times. Lucha Underground, but I'm telling you, like, this was like, I'm like, wow, I was like, this is on Dynamite and this is pay-per-view worthy. Like,
it was so good. I think they had 2 commercial breaks. If I'm not mistaken, there was 2 times they went to picture in picture, and it was awesome. And God, that finish, that how he did like a crucifix, whatever, like tilt the world reversal into a destroyer. I was like, okay, that was probably the sickest destroyer I've ever seen. I know these guys are like famous and loving to do the destroyer, but that was it was good. That was a very, very good match.
I love the Spanish fly.
Oh yeah, that was sweet.
Like, Oh my god. I've seen stuff like that live a few times and it just pops me so freaking much. And I popped last night with this. And then the chops that were going back and forth was absolutely
Oh
great.
man, you could
I
hear
was
that. The one chop that Pentagon gave Phoenix that resonated. You could probably like heard like the ribs vibrating after that.
It was great. It was great.
Oh man, and you can also tell with these two that they were trying to one up each other like the entire match. They were like, screw the script. I'm gonna try to one up you. Like we're supposed to do this move, but I'm gonna do and add a crazy jump to it or crazy twist. And then there's the one where where Phoenix was feeling it when he jumped off the top rope to the outside and he did like the Tunhulo or Tunhurila. I can't say the freaking word. Bad with words. When he was like spinning around like this. And lands on Pentagon. He was feeling it, man. Like that was really cool.
And I love Eddie on commentary. I mean, just give me Eddie all the time doing promos.
Yeah,
and
he's really good at commentary too, eh? That was really
is the man. Like here's a guy again that I absolutely love from the indie scene. And oh my god, all day I could listen to him. He's just the best.
And speaking of that, like speaking of him, I think I'm getting a little bit more hype for their match with Moxley. I'm not gonna lie now because of that promo that Moxley cut and the way Kingston was building it up on commentary. Like these guys, with the time that they have allocated to them to build this, they're doing a very good job. And now, I said it last week or the week before, I'm kind of like second guessing myself. I'm more leaning towards like maybe this match could be the main event in Full Gear. Maybe they can do a good job of building this match enough till Full Gear to make it the main event. So now I'm kind of sitting there going, okay, maybe I was wrong. They're definitely proving me wrong. So I'm glad. I love when they prove me wrong. When a wrestling company goes out there and proves me wrong on what I think, I love when that happens. Love it.
Same way. Yes.
So,
yes.
That was one of my favorite matches. I unfortunately, due to my work yesterday, I had a late call. I didn't get to see most of Wardlow and Jungle Boy, so can't really judge that match. I didn't go back and watch it.
It was good. It was good. You should definitely like Wardlow killed him, but like, but I love the fact that like Jungle Boy is like fast and Wardlow is like this big stocky guy, and it's like he just won't take anything. But it was a good match. You should go back and definitely watch it.
So yeah, the winner's gonna face the winner of Moxley and Kingston. Man, like I said it last week with that promo that Moxley did. I was second guessing, like, oh my god, the way he cut that promo makes me think he's gonna lose the title. And now this week he comes back with another promo making me think he's gonna retain the title. It was such a good promo.
Good. That's what it should do. It should throw you off that you're sitting here second guessing. And like I love when we do our prediction shows and we go back and forth and we're like, and then like we'll talk ourselves out of what our original prediction is, because that always happens to me every prediction show that we do.
And I just love how much of a beast Moxley's been, even since joining AEW, but even since winning the world title till now as well. I know he's kind of been like the COVID champion because it's been the COVID era since he's won that title, but since he started in AEW till now, he has got a flawless record. I think he only has something crazy like 2 losses, like since he started in AEW, and like 20-something wins. Like he's got an impeccable record.
1 loss.
1 loss. Okay, is it 1 loss and 2?
It was 1 loss because of the tag team with Pac, right? Wasn't it?
I think so. I don't know. I remember seeing the rankings and I'm seeing like Moxley's record. I'm going, oh my god! Like from just the reason I say is because what everyone knows him from in WWE till what he is now. He is a extremely better character now, obviously with the creative freedom with his promos. But the fact that AEW sees how much of a beast that Moxley is, and it uses that, where other companies would probably not use him as a beast like that. So I'm so excited that we're getting to see him finally as, a beast. Yeah.
Love it.
And speaking of records, Tiffany, I don't know if you've seen them.
I know where you're going.
Did you see the rankings? Did you see the rankings this week?
I'm confused.
Okay,
though.
so we'll look with the singles rankings over here for a second. And who's that? Who's that? And who's that at number 5? That's right, everyone. To all you, and I'm pointing at you people out there, you Sean Spears haters, my boy, 14-2 in the rankings. Let's go. Niagara Zone, let's go. This guy's going to get a title shot soon. He's probably going to lose, but he's going to get a title shot soon. Don't laugh at me, okay?
I can't even speak. I don't even know what to say.
I'm pumped for my hometown boy, man.
I know you're pumped for your hometown.
He's
boy.
in the rankings. I know this is. I know they did it just because they're building this Scorpio, and Scorpio was there last week, and now it's Sean Spears there this week. But you gotta admit, 14-2. That's a pretty solid record in 2020. I'm just saying. Just saying.
The Dark, but that's a whole.
Just saying.
So I'm waiting for him and Scorpio because that's what it looks like it's building towards anyway. So that should be a match at Full Gear. And watch, I'm gonna get mad because watch it be a pre-show match.
Buy-in.
I mean, yeah.
Buy-in. Let's use proper terminology here. We are we are an all elite podcast. We cover AEW. We use the proper terminology here.
Oh man.
Is there a little salt in that water?
Shut up, okay? Like, I want to smack you. All right.
Virtual smack.
Anyway. Oh jeez, I need a freaking bell. Like,
you need a bell.
I need a bell. I need to Shane Kyle every once in a while.
Come to No Holds Barred Network shop soon.
I'm dead.
I don't think the website allows us to put bells on there. And maybe I'll email Teesprings, but put a bell on there for us, please. Wholesale yourselves some bells. We'll get them sold. Anywho, Rihu. Speaking of that,
all right,
we gotta talk about it because we actually did send a fan tweet out for this.
Okay.
So we were thinking of a fan tweet, and at first me and Tiff were like, "Hey, what was the fan tweet we were gonna say last week? We couldn't remember it.
We forgot."
Like Tiff had to go into the episode and rewatch to figure out what it was. But I thought of another one, and I'm like, okay, we could go with this if they don't book the women's title match on Dynamite, which they didn't. They didn't mention any of it. We didn't see any woman anything except for Britt Baker.
We did. Yeah, Britt Baker, yeah.
But like anything to do with the title was like not mentioned, which is weird. But we sent out a tweet to you guys out there, to you fans. And again, if you want to participate in our fan tweets, follow the Twitter account. I know what you're doing. Why are you not following it?
And if you're in the chat, you can answer in chat too. I'll pull it out.
So we put out a tweet saying, how would you book the AEW Women's Championship at Full Gear? So we get a lot of answers, and I did like a lot of the answers, so I guess I'll read it since I have it in front of me here. I'll start off with Brad, who's in the chat. He puts, time to just put the belt on Britt. I think he's saying this on purpose. Is this towards you, Tiff?
Are you coming around to Britt? Well, I mean, I'm coming around to Britt too, so
it's coming. Just do it sooner while she's the hot character. Britt's work is light years better than it was before her injury, and she's got a great character. Besides the Thunder Rosa matches, Shida's last few matches haven't been good. Ooh.
So I just hope that she doesn't get hurt again, if that's the case. I feel like if she steps in the ring, she gets hurt.
Britt's a good character. I mean, I'm not crazy about her matches.
It's believable now that she's like a heel. It's like made me interested in her character, right? And we talked about this with her and Big Swole at All Out, right? And we were like all excited about that. And I mean, I would have loved Big Swole to go into the picture, but the last match that she had, what was it? It wasn't crazy about her.
Big Swole or Britt Baker?
Big Swole.
Okay.
Britt Baker, I could see now it's time for her to go for the belt, so I kind of agree with Brad here.
Well, I don't think we should put it on her. I think maybe get a title shot. I love the character, not crazy about her matches. I still think maybe that she got to tweak the rust a little bit. It's not like she's rusty. What I'm trying to say, she's got to get more
experience.
Nah, it's not experience. If I can compare it to a girl like what's her name, Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb, she's very fluid in a match. She transitions really well. Britt's kind of slow when it comes to transition game. There's sometimes where she tries to go for a submission or a transition or something. She kind of botches it a little bit. She picks it back up, but I don't know. I'm not crazy about Britt Baker's matches. Love the character. 100%. You got me there.
Her gear was beautiful.
She's always on fleek. She's on fleek.
I love that she was in the pink velvet for breast cancer. So I really liked her gear last night. She looked hot. So.
Yeah, where's my girl Red Velvet? From your mama's kitchen. Where's my red velvet? Maybe she.
Reba.
No.
I love Reba's outfit yesterday as well too. I love Reba.
Can we talk about that? Why were the commentators arguing and being confused on whether to call her Reba or Rebel? Like they were going back and forth the entire match. I'm like, oh my god, just pick a damn name.
No, it makes sense because this has been going on from the beginning with Reba.
Just say Reba. Like they're going, no, it's Rebel. Oh, it's Reba. And no, it's Rebel. It's like, who cares? Just pick a name.
God.
Anywho,
the whole thing. But
next answer here, we got it from Red Leaf Retrocast. He puts, honestly, I wouldn't. I would build the next week as Nyla versus Britt Baker with Shida watching. During the match, the manager Vicky and Reba, or managers Vicky and Reba jump Shida. Baker wins, and Nyla attacks Shida post-match. Shida week 2 isn't seen while the title is in flux. It's decided that Nyla versus Baker versus 2 mystery opponents at Full Gear for the number 1 contender with a tag match on Dynamite Go Home show before Full Gear. Okay, this guy really he really broke it down to like eventually Full Gear would be Nyla versus Baker versus 2 mystery opponents. Maybe like my girl Red Velvet and Abaddon or something. Because Abaddon's actually been crawling up the rankings because they mentioned it on Dynamite. I caught it really quick. So I don't know. Maybe they do that. We'll see. That's an idea. Fanny freaking Dean. Great name. It says gauntlet match. Jermazing puts just like at last year's Double or Nothing, a casino ladder match for the championship. A ladder match for the women, man. I don't know. I'd be down, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'd be down for something like that. But who do you put in it? Like, well, what about like Anna Jay? Like, what is she gonna get like her shot here too?
Yeah, like I think Anna Jay needs some more wrestling because like I know she's part of the Dark Order. That's fine, but like put her into matches here. I don't know if she's been wrestling at Dark. Actually, I haven't been paying attention at Dark like I should be. I've been tweeting about it, but I don't actually watch it.
Yeah.
It sucks going with this new job. It kind of sucks, but
I know it's hard. It's hard.
But yeah, I'm for the gauntlet or some sort of battle royal to determine the number 1 contender. I think maybe the title shouldn't be. I know it probably should, but maybe it shouldn't be defended.
I would buying something and then put, like I said, like even like Anna Jay and like Britt Baker in there, but it would be kind of interesting with the fact that with Dark Order and everything for Full Gear. So
if they do book, let's just say if they do put the title on at Full Gear and it's going to be defended at Full Gear, how would you book the match?
Well, the way that it's looking, it looks like Britt's gonna wind up the next one.
So they'll just do like a non-story Britt versus Shida.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks, so I'm sure she's gonna be there like next week. The way that it looks like that she is like next and gonna come for Shida. I don't really see anybody else.
If they did a no story, I wouldn't mind like a triple threat. Like obviously we've seen Britt the last couple of weeks, we've seen Big Swole the last couple of weeks, and we saw Shida the last couple of weeks. If they wanted to just throw all those 3 in a women's title match and then just give us at least a title match at the pay-per-view, sure, whatever. It might get sanctioned to the buy-in and people get mad at that. But
who would be your third? Big Swole?
Yeah. Just because like, we've been seeing her on. Yeah.
Okay, I could see something like that.
It's horrible. It's tough. It's really tough to book
guys
when.
Gotta start building our women's division, guys.
We need people in the women's division.
There's a lot of women there. Like I just like say we have Tay, and then we have Anna Jay, and then we have Big Swole. We there are women there. So we have Penelope Ford. There are women. So like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind Anna Jay going for it. Like she wouldn't win, obviously, but I wouldn't mind seeing Anna Jay and Shida.
Yeah, and I mean that you're probably right. I don't think they could wait. I don't think they could wait anymore to get bigger names in the company.
I mean, okay, who knows in the chat, because I don't know how long. I know Ray's doing a podcast right now because Ray's like, Brad's in the chat. How long before Chris Statlander like comes back?
Well, I saw her on Dark this week, and she's still in that knee brace. But like there's a segment like she got up and started walking away, so I imagine it's close. I imagine we're getting close.
Imagine to be like that fool to make us think like, oh, okay, and then
an open challenge and Statlander comes back.
Yeah, like that'd be like the biggest pop, I feel like. But I could see a 3-way dance happening.
3-way dance? That's old school.
That's what we call it. We still use like some of that term, but yeah, I mean, I feel I feel like it's gonna be Brit, but I'd be okay with her on Big Swole and Sheeta. I don't know. Well, if you guys will listen to this after, let us know what you think, because I'm really curious. Me and Cobb been talking about this for weeks, like who's next in line and what's gonna happen. But I really do believe that Brit's next.
Full Beer is looking interesting. I mean, they booked two like Matt Hardy and Sammy G in the Elite deletion match, which I'm imagining this is going to be the match we were supposed to get last time before they both went through the table at the same time.
God, I hope they're careful this
yeah,
time.
let's not do any spots that garners them to go into the back and crash through a table and not sure where they're landing and jump off a forklift.
Yeah, but I love that freaking Sammy came running out and attacking Matt during the main event, and then they're like, you see like the camera like following them, and they're just like beating each other up, and then you're seeing like Young Bucks like looking at them, and everybody's like watching, paying attention, like what's going on over here. So
I imagine they're gonna do probably mostly cinematic with this match. I think that would be the smart approach to it. Like you do half cinematic, half like the first half is cinematic, and it leads to them. You know, the cinematic ends them like walking into the arena. You know, they could do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hope that something, or maybe not. If they don't, then it is what it is. But we have Sammy versus Matt Hardy. We also have the tag team match now official. I mean, it's exactly what we thought was going to be. FTR versus the Young Bucks. Tag team championships on the line. I mean, all signs are pointing towards an FTR win, but I still wouldn't put it past for a retain. I don't know. I don't think this is like the one and only time we're ever going to get these two to go at it, and this is going to be the time that the Young Bucks are going to win the titles. My gut's telling me otherwise. But the tag team match I thought was pretty good. I just want to say thank God that the Butcher and the Blade have gone back to their original attires and they don't look like a bunch of guys from a bad Mario play. Just saying, because like those white attires, never again. I could not take them seriously as the Butcher and the Blade when they were wearing white overalls.
Waldo, like that's what it looked like. Where's Waldo? Like the white version of Where's Waldo.
That, and they look like, I swear to God, that they were trying to like be Super Mario and they just decided to go all white.
But I'm glad that the bunny is finally back.
So yeah, I guess they did that on Dark. They reintroduced.
Yeah, it did. I saw like really quickly that Eddie Kingston came out on QT Marshall's match, and he was like, "Oh, I got something for you," and then she came out in the bunny outfit.
So is that her deal now? She like, she's evil with the bunny, and she's good with QT and the sisters.
No, that's it. That's it now. That's it.
So they're just cutting that out. They're just
we knew this was gonna happen. I just wish that these things wouldn't happen on Dark.
I mean, it is awkward. Like, imagine being the Blade, watching your wife like do this crap with like QT.
The whole thing of why is Allie back? Allie's back because Eddie Kingston was talking about go get your wife back. So he's like, oh, he's like, she's with QT Marshall, and he was so Eddie kind of got bunny, got
okay.
out. That's the whole scenario of it.
It's still awkward though. Like imagine like
that would have happened on Dynamite and not Dark.
Yeah, like real life Akko Taco. I mean, like being like Braxton Sutter in real life, like watching that, it's like that's kind of awkward to me. I know you're both in the professional wrestling business. This is stuff that happens in the wrestling business, but like to me, it's like it's so awkward to me. It's weird. I'm glad she's better off being the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. It's way better this way.
I know, like, because like Cupid Girls in the Chat, she said we didn't know why Allie joined QT in the first place. It was because it's all mind games to set up match. I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen, right? Butcher and the Blade versus Dustin and QT Marshall. That's probably gonna be another match, maybe at Full Gear. Possibly.
I have no idea.
I feel like that's where it was going, because that's what I felt like that was gonna be happening. It only makes sense of the buildup of it.
I will say this though with the tag team match, your boys Private Party put on a show. Always these guys, again, they even mentioned in commentary, they're so young, they're so talented, they have a big future ahead of them. Even FTR is putting them over on commentary as well.
They're trained by Amazing Red, of course.
It's
like
so good.
It's so scary to me. Like you could just see them trained by Red, just like their moveset.
I will say one thing I hated. They gave him the jobber entrance. They didn't get to hear that
I
sweet
was
new theme
so
song.
mad. I was so upset last night. I want to see my boys come out.
Shots. I love that. I can't wait for AEW to get live crowds again, and I get to go to an event, and I get to do the chance thing live in person because I'm going to be the happiest person in the world.
Oh my God. Did you see like everything that was like, everybody was, I mean, it was said in the Facebook chat as well about Alex Reynolds and that he was like knocked out for like 2 minutes. And, you know, it was.
Yeah. So I thought something was weird because when he went back in the ring, when he came to, his legs were spaghetti noodled. Like, I was like, okay, that's not good. And I saw Doc Samson get over to him. So, hopefully he's okay and it's nothing major. But again, John Silver though, the guy's a gold mine. He's becoming a gold mine in AEW. Like the one spot in that match where he like clotheslined everybody and like, you know, he basically like tackled everybody and then did the whole like flex pose.
I told you, John Silver is amazing. Like, so is Alex Reynolds. And like I can sit here and name a whole bunch of matches that I like fell in love with John Silver in the indie scene. He's so good. I love their match with who was it? Ortiz and Santana, was it? Or was it
yeah,
I'm like,
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
It was like fast paced. I love it. Like here's like the New York boys. I appreciate it. So
appreciates you.
I thought it was the DDT spot, not the leg drop from Cassidy that he got knocked out. So, but even still, that they were still doing the moves, and then Alex Reynolds, like I knew, like Twitter like destroyed this whole thing.
Anyways, John Silver's entertaining, very entertaining. You know what else is entertaining? What we got. Okay, speaking of Twitter and blowing up, obviously this was going to be looked at 2 different ways on Twitter. Because wrestling Twitter is like the most divided place in the world. If you guys are on wrestling Twitter and it makes you, you know, you're getting offended by a lot of things you see, and like don't take what people say in wrestling Twitter seriously. Especially like half people on there are either bots or, you know, people that live to be trolls. So don't take anything people say on there literal, and don't get into heated matches because you'll never win. Coming from experience here. Anywho, so Jericho and MJF, we got the steak dinner. And I was sitting there wondering, okay, like, what do they do? Is it going to be a brawl in the ring?
Steak.
I thought the dinner was going to be in the ring. Like, they're going to set up, like, a table in the ring.
Yeah, I wanted steak and lovely.
But we got something different. And then the whole thing with ordering the steak at first, like, going
oh, like the pissing
I want mine rare. And then Jericho at the end, I want mine blue.
I'm dead. I was so confused, but it was such a big pissing contest. That's what it seemed like.
But then we got like the musical number, and I was losing my shit. I was going nuts for this. This was hilarious. It was so well done. And yes, that was MJF's real voice. If no one knew, because the guy used to sing in high school, was part of the drama class in high school. That was Jericho's real voice because, okay, he's from Fozzy. He does sing. That's what made this the best. Like, this wasn't like a song they just dubbed in there and they were lip syncing. These were their real voices. Like, this was so good. And the dancers in the background who were like half of them were looking at each other at what step they should be doing. It was just so good. I loved it, and I thought it was so entertaining.
I was confused at first, and then I was like, okay. I was like, let's go. I was like, I'm all with it. But
that's guaranteed moment of the year for AEW. When we do our year roundup show, this will probably win moment of the year. I can't think of anything that's happened this year that could be a moment like this, unless there's something else is going to happen from now. This wins moment of the year. Like, before this, Orange Cassidy in the debate with Jericho was leading the way. This just beat it.
This was great. Anything Jericho touches is gold. We always say that. But we need a little laugh. I knew it. I messaged Kyle. I was like, social media is going to destroy this.
If you're complaining about this on wrestling Twitter, honestly, if you can't find any entertainment at all in watching this, you shouldn't be watching professional wrestling like at all. Like, you should just stop, go watch series on Netflix or whatever you need to do. Don't watch professional wrestling anymore if you can't find that entertaining. I'm just saying.
I was so confused.
Just saying. Hashtag just saying. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. But it was fun. It was good. And then, yeah, I mean, for the rest of the Dynamite, it was good. I mean, the Britt Baker match was all right. I mean, my girl Kylie King got on got a match on Dynamite. I was happy to see that because I'm all for her. I've been watching her on Dark, and I literally still think she's got potential there. She's got to get a little bit better in the ring. She's really good at promos. I saw a promo she cut on Nyla Rose on Dark or their Twitter account, whatever it was, and it was really good. Like, it was very good. So she's got the tools. So I hope they keep her around and they put some stock into her, because I think she could be good. And she's tall. She's a big girl. Like, she's a really tall girl for the division. So she could be, if she can transition that to the ring and be a very good in the ring, she could be a key player in that women's division. So I'm all about Kylie King, as you can tell. And I'm all for my girl Tay Conti, who's got a match next week at Abaddon, which, okay, Abaddon still scares the shit. I mean, just saying right now, like, you guys see me tweet about it all the time. Like, I can't with Abaddon. She scares me. I can't watch her matches. I can't watch her entrances. I can't.
You're like, why are you so scared? You know she's like really gorgeous underneath all that, right?
Okay, when she puts the zombie makeup on, stop. Like, you're giving me nightmares. Like, enough. Like enough, Abaddon. I'm probably gonna clip this and let you, and hopefully tweet at you and let you watch this, because, like, I'm done. Like, stop doing that. Stop getting on my nightmares. Stop giving me nightmares. Stop it. Just saying.
I can't. Anyway.
She's scary. Ooga booga. Yeah. That's what I see her and I go, and it goes ooga booga, and I go, ah! That's what happens. But yeah, other than that, I mean, Dynamite was good. It was really good. I can't think of anything else that happened on Dynamite to my knowledge.
Hangman and Colt.
Oh, right. How did I forget about that? The other tournament match. That was a good match, because that match followed the Phoenix and Penta match, and I tweeted it out. The match followed up pretty nicely. Colt and Heyman had a really good old school type of, like, pure wrestling match, and Colt's style of wrestling, I know it's probably not Tiff's favorite because she hates Colt Cabana, but I like his style of wrestling. I love that him and Hangman had a really good match, and yeah, I mean, again, it's Hangman and Kenny is going to be the fallout, and I don't even know if I'm mentally prepared for that. That match is going to be very emotional. Probably it's going to be very good. I can see them giving them both a lot of time on the pay-per-view, like 40 minutes tops, maybe. Like, I think it's going to be a very good match with those two. And I hope we get the full cleaner. Maybe we get the full cleaner at Full Gear.
I hope so. I love the cleaner.
That face, though. He was so quick. Did you see? He, like, tweeted the picture. He Instagrammed that picture, like, right away.
I was like, you should do that again, too. Maybe we'll do that for next week, that you take the picture and then we tell people to meme it, and then we'll pick the best ones and put it on.
That'll be our fan tweet. Yeah. We'll tweet out the regular picture for you guys, a copy.
Yeah.
You guys meme it, and we'll pick, like, our top 3, and we'll feature it on the podcast next week.
Yes, because we've done that before with the Brandy Rhodes one. I think we should do that.
I'm down. I'm so down.
When the fan tweets just go into our minds. Shout out to our boy Matt Vertigo in our Facebook chat. What is going on? He's gonna be live.
Hello, Matthew.
Matthew. Being very, very formal. Yeah. He's gonna be on the No Hold Barred Network tomorrow. Ooh. So we're gonna be doing a special episode of Indie Talks.
Indie Talks.
So come hang out with us tomorrow.
Indie Talks. Talks. You gotta say right. You're from New York.
I feel like I have to, like, change it to, like, TWALK.
Yeah, I'll make you a new logo. I'll put the W in there. Indie Talks. And people will be like, you spelt talk wrong.
Like, it's that Queens accent. That's what it is. That Queens, New York accent. But yeah.
But yeah, anywho. Rihu. Dynamite. Very good. Yes. Applaud.
Enjoyed it. BTE is getting long. I didn't really take any notes.
It's getting very long.
Me and April say this all the time. We miss old school BTE, all the little skits that they used to do. And I mean, I know there's a lot of things you can't really do, but I do miss them, like, traveling around, and I know it's harder. So I miss those bits, but we have to talk about the party that was going on, that they were letting people in and some people were getting turned away. And even, like, Cody got in there, and I was like, what's this? I was Cody got in.
The private party one was amazing. The private party skit, the best part of BTE.
Yeah, I hands down. And then, like, Frankie, because I was like, do ya? Then everybody, like, jumps back. But
I can't believe how much Cody, like, I think we missed that too. Cody, like, breaking out of his shell and like having fun on BT. We haven't had that Cody in a long time. Like, the last time I remember that Cody was back when they were doing like the F the Revival skits in BT.
Yes, I miss all those little. Those are like the best parts about BT. But
why are they doing that again? FTR's here. They could be doing more of these and more innovative FTR thing. Like maybe they could be like they could be filming FTR going around the building and random AEW stars going like, you know, F the Revival, and they're going like, what the hell is going on here?
I know. I miss the Matt autograph.
Oh, the Matt autograph, yeah. Hey, but there is the clip of him doing it to you on your Twitter account.
Oh, I love it. It's the best moment right there.
Yeah. So. But ladies and gentlemen, getting back to that end of the podcast thing where I go, hey, guess what? Follow us on social media. And that's on Twitter, on the Facebook, on the Instagram at All Elite Pod. Make sure you are looking at this beautiful logo right here on YouTube and you are following the correct AEP podcast. You can also check out our awesome audio platforms where you can find the No Holds Barred Network, like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, CastBox, basically wherever you're getting your podcasts. Just search up the No Holds Barred Network. You can get the All Elite Podcast and all the other podcasts we offer here on the No Holds Barred Network, just like Indie Talks that's going to happen tomorrow night. So make sure you are searching up the No Holds Barred Network on your audio podcast platforms. Make sure you check out our Teespring store, the No Holds Barred Network store, with all great merchandise on there with like shirts, stickers, coffee mugs, masks, especially during the COVID era. You can get some AEP masks, some No Holds Barred Network masks. A lot of cool stuff on there, so go check it out, guys. Link is in the YouTube description below for you all to click and go check out. Lastly, shout outs to our pal Darren from These Wolves, who do the song Dead to Me, which is the official theme song of the All Elite Podcast. Thank you very much, Darren, each and every single week for letting us use that song as our official theme song. Go check him out, guys. Follow him on his socials and follow the music of These Wolves wherever you're getting your music. So, yeah. Oh, God, I hit the store thing again. I always do that. I always click look at that. Everyone's going to be watching it on YouTube. Everyone's going to be looking at the store. Yep, looking at now we're back.
Buy stuff.
I'm double promoting the store.
Buy your merch.
Maybe I'll do a Black Friday code thing if I can get the code thing figured out. I don't know. I keep trying to figure out the code thing on Teesprings, and it's driving me nuts. Might have to email someone. Maybe we'll have like a Black Friday sale. Who knows? That'd be cool. An NHB Black Friday sale. We'll see. But other than that, guys, I got nothing left. Tiff, you got anything?
Nope.
Merp is good. That's good enough. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the All Elite Podcast, episode number 105, right here in the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always, your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, always joined by my co-host, Sheeta EVP Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, and the Queen of Halloween. That's Tiffany, and we'll see you guys back here, right here on next Thursday for the next episode of the All Elite Podcast. See you then. I don't know how the story goes. All I know is it'll end with me.